I'm back at Border Paws Animal Shelter for another edition of Pet Project, and we are once again in the cat room because there is an overflow of cats. You are officially at capacity, and kitten season has officially started and kicked off. Tell me a little bit about that situation and, you know, how you guys are doing and all that fun stuff.
So yeah, we're just kind of in our one cat room right now. These are the cats that are usually pretty good with everybody else, so it's kind of nice. They're not confined to a cage. You know, they kind of get a better taste of what life would be like once they get adopted, which is really nice. But yeah, so I figured kitten season would have started a little sooner, but it is now in full force. So yeah, we're receiving kittens every day now. Luckily, we have amazing fosters, and they've because majority of them have been bottle babies so far, which with bottle babies, it requires feeding every 2 hours, just like a normal baby, human baby. And so yeah, no, our fosters have kind of reached out, but we are definitely at max capacity. So we just ask the public, if you find a cat, to give us a call, because we unfortunately don't always have the space. So if you call us, we can get you on our waiting list, and we'll try our hardest to get you in as soon as possible, or reach out to fosters to see if we can get a foster home to take them.
And in that situation, if they do find a cat and they give you a call and you're at capacity, would you recommend that they hold on to the cat just for the time being, or what would you suggest in that situation?
Yeah, so if they can hold on to the cat, that is amazing. I understand sometimes that's not feasible. You know, you have your own animals. You always got to be careful too if that animal has something you don't want to. So I mean, if you are taking a cat in that you found on the street, we can provide you with everything you need until we have space. So food, litter, toys, bedding, all of that. The only thing is, if you are taking a random stray in from the streets, I do recommend making sure that your animals are up to date on vaccines, because if your animals all have their vaccines, your cat should be totally fine. I would probably just seclude the animal, maybe in a bathroom or a spare bedroom, even a garage works, and then just give us a call and we will try our hardest to get you in as soon as possible.
So it would be like a short-term foster situation.
Exactly, right. Unfortunately, we only have so many cages, so I mean, we do need to quarantine the animals for 2 weeks before mixing them in with our adoptables, just for disease control, make sure that animal's not sick so we're not passing that along. I mean, if an animal is vaccinated, they have a much more higher chance of survival if they do come into contact, but unfortunately there's certain diseases that just, you know, affect everyone. So yeah, I would just recommend giving us a call. We'll set you up with whatever you need. If you don't mind hanging on to it for a bit, we really appreciate it.
And I know we've talked about this a couple times, but just it's a good reminder, if people want to foster, how can they get involved in doing that?
Absolutely. So yeah, no, they can just go right to our website and you fill out a foster application, and then our foster coordinator will get in touch. We also have a Facebook page. It's called Border Paws Foster Page. You can go and join that, and then actually our foster coordinator actually posts the different animals we're needing. So if you're kind of wanting something that's more to your fit, you can kind of pick and choose who you want to apply for, as well as, you know, even if you're in the kind of looking for a cat and you want to test it out, that would be a good way, foster an animal, and then you can kind of see if it works, and then if it doesn't, you can bring it back and we will find somebody else to adopt that animal.
Which seems nice, especially like you said, if people want a kind of a trial run, because you know, you don't know the situation until you're in it with it, so you don't want to fully commit until you know for sure that it's a good fit, which is great that you guys offer that for people. It kind of takes the stress off of them for sure. Now, you don't really have any events to talk about coming up, but we do have events that have passed, specifically the Tattoo Expo and the Legacy Center, and then the Motor Show as well. So tell me a little bit about how those went and how it went. Yeah,
so it was really awesome this last week. It was very busy for us. We were at the Tattoo Expo, which I don't know if you had a chance to check out, but it was amazing. It was really fun, great atmosphere. I know all the artists there were amazing tattoo artists. So yeah, we had some adoptable animals there over the weekend, and it was really nice. I know we got some interest in one of our senior dogs, so that was nice to see. So yeah, it went really, really well, as we had the Legacy Street Market. We did a bake sale. We ended up raising $300 from that bake sale, so that was really nice. And speaking of bake sale, we do still have some baked goods, so if anybody does still want to get some last minute baked goods, they can come down to the shelter. We'll be selling them till 4 o'clock today, so just pop on in, and if anything, you know, you see you like, it's by donation. And then we also, I didn't mention it last week, but we also had the Spring Rev Up with Lloyd Lloydminster Motocross. They were selling lemonade for us there. I believe they raised $100 in that. And yeah, again, we had some animals there, and it was just fun for everybody.
It's awesome when you guys go to events that you wouldn't really think that an animal shelter would go to, like the motor show or even the tattoo expo. I
Exactly.
think, but it's a great way to, cater to a different group of people, because you have different people going to the tattoo expo. You have different people going to the motocross show as well. So it's a great way to kind of expose your guys' self to other forms of
Absolutely.
community, which is awesome. And you'll have a little bit more events to talk about next week. So
Yes.
we won't really touch on that. Is there anything else that I haven't brought up that you would like to mention regarding, the cats or even the dogs in the shelter?
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, we are at max capacity. We have gotten a few adoptions out with the dogs, which is nice to see because I know just last week we were at max capacity with them, but I believe we had 3 or 4 adoptions this past week, which makes a huge difference. So yeah, we're open every day other than Sundays and Mondays. So if you're interested in an animal, now's the time, right? We could definitely use some adoptions going, as well as how you had touched about fosters. I mean, we can never have enough fosters. So anybody who's being curious, even if you just have some questions, fill out that application and we can answer any questions you might have.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for joining me for another edition of Pet Project, and hopefully this will help kind of bring in more fosters or even adoptables to get some of these cats out and into their homes.
Awesome, thank you.